Welcome back, guys. This is my YouTube channel. As usual, coming to you at City Genius. Continue supporting me with your subscription. Continue supporting me with the likes, the comments in the comment section. Continue supporting me. Let's grow this YouTube channel every day as we grow. Okay, so guys, I have a topic to discuss to you concerning skills and talents. So guys, when it comes to skills and talents, it's a very thin line. It's a very thin line, skills and talents. Talents are internal. Talent, you're born with the talents. It's something that you don't think about. It's something that you do with ease, with minimum effort. But when it comes to skills, we are all equal. Skills are acquired from experience. You know, they're not internal, they're outward experience. A skill is something that you acquire. So when it comes to skill, we are all equal as human beings, as a people, as a society. But when it comes to talent, talent is inborn, it's internal. Yeah, so always strive to have the skill at hand. Strive to have the skill if it's carpentry. Another thing that I've missed about a skill is that a skill is something most of the time you pay for so that you acquire it, so that you harness it, so that you have it at hand. But the talent, you don't pay for it, it's inborn. Yeah. So always strive to have the skill at hand. Have the skill if it's carpentry. If you are a salesperson, if you are designing maybe software or something for that matter, if you are a driver, whatever skill you acquired or you are acquiring, always strive to have the skill. Strive to have the skill because the skills now separate men from boys. The skills now are something that we get from experience, from outward. At that point, we are equal. When it's talent, it's another story. But skills makes us now equal as a people. Any person who wants to be a carpenter can acquire it. Any person who wants to design, you go to school, you pursue the programs, you acquire the skill that you have. So I always say, strive to have the skill at hand. Whether you are employed, you are not employed, companies will come and fetch for you so long as they are sure, they are entrusted that you have the skill, you can perform a particular task. You have the skills at hand, you have the technicalities. You can do a job that is, at the end of the day, produces a product. If a company needs a salesperson, they know that you have a better communication. You can reach the clients, you can convince them. So the companies will always try to fetch for this guy, for this person, because he can communicate, he can convey the information. You can talk to whatever client you're talking. The company has sent you to talk to them, and they can purchase the commodity. So it's not based on talent, it's not based on purpose, it's based on the skill that you have as a person. Always let's strive to have the skill at hand. Talking about talents, talents are always overrated. Talent is always assumed by many people because when I'm born and I realize that I can sing, I'm an artist. Yes, I can sing and do it better. I'm a musician. But so there's a tendency to delay on this because you know you are talented. So there's a tendency to foresee it back because you are talented. At the end of the day, you know how to sing. So it might end up not rewarding or giving back to life the meaning because you assume that you are talented. You assume that it cannot be snatched from you. So it ends up not even helping you if you don't really explore into that talent, if you don't really push that talent that you have. So it's always overrated. So talent is not something most of us can really depend on it because as I'm sitting here, most of us do not even understand their talents. It's a fact. So talent is always assumed, it's always overrated. But skill is something you pay for. A skill is something that you pay for. It's something that you yearn for. You pay for it. For example, if you want to be a carpenter, you go to school and study to be a carpenter. You learn how to make these things. If it's a chair, a table, a stool, and everything. So you pay for it to acquire that skill. And so long as you acquire the skill, you have the experience in making this furniture, no one can take the skill from you. No one can snatch it from you. So a skill is more important to the life of any human being because it must always be rewarded in the long run, in a lifetime, at least several times. The skill must always be rewarded back to you because you have it at hand. No one can snatch it from you. It's more than even the talent. Talent is assumed by most of us because if you're born, you know how to play football, for instance. You're a good footballer. You can always assume, I know how to play football. I don't need to show it. I don't need to, to push this talent. So it ends up not even paying you. But a skill must pay you because you paid for it to acquire it. If it's software designing, if you're learning, for instance, Python, you pay someone to teach you how to deal with that. So it must always pay you because one day you'll be summoned to pursue a certain software or to develop a certain software. And it must have a reward at the end of it because you have the skill. You've acquired it. You know how to do it. You can develop a certain software. So a skill is something that must always be rewarded to you in a lifetime, at least several times. That is what separates most of us on this planet, men from boys. Yeah, more than even the talent. So skills beat talent because it's something you acquire. It's something that you yearn to apply. It's something that you long to apply to get the reward from it. You have it, you cannot sit on it. But talent, on the other hand, is inborn. It is inborn, it is within me. I don't need to apply, I don't need to show it. So there is a tendency to be lazy on the talent more than a skill. A skill is something you want to apply. If you're a driver, for instance, you have the experience. If companies come to fetch for you, you can do this, you can drive, you can reach their commodities to the distinct locations with safety. So they trust that their commodities will reach a certain client at this particular time because they know you have better driving skills, you have better speeding skills, you've harnessed this skill. So a skill is always rewarded at least once or twice in a lifetime. It beats talent. So let's strive to have the skill. Let's strive to have the skill. Whether you are employed or not, at any given point, you'll always apply the skill and it shall always reward you. That is the most important thing. More than sitting down and saying that you don't have a talent, you've not realized your talent, but yet you can pay and you can gain a certain skill from whatever area that you're interested in. So a skill is better, a skill beats talent, a skill is always rewarded in a lifetime. So let's strive to have a skill today, at least to make a better life environment for most of us. Thank you. Let's continue supporting Street Genius Talent at Street Genius channel, amen, with your subscriptions, with your comments, with your likes. Let's support this channel as usual. Support Street Genius today, and let's develop and acquire more skills to better our lives. Thank you.